After all the tough stages, you have reached your final destination, the Missile Command. Unfortunately and fortunately, this stage happens to be the most difficult stage in the entire game. Thankfully, with the new strats, it is less RNG based what it was before. You can't skip any loading animations on the stage select screen this time, so simply wait until the stage starts. You should have a fully powered red vest now, but it's alright if you have taken one extra hit. Start by holding right and jump twice. Take a step forward on the small conveyor belt and small jump to grab the fence from a low position. Then high jump in front of the officer. Punch him twice and collect the small coin. Run forward and jump up to take damage from the ceiling. Go through the shield enemy. Jump and turn around to punch the turret for some extra lag management. Land on the conveyor belt. Walk forward a bit, and once again, try to grab the fence from a low position. Not too low though. Then jump up to punch the shield enemy 4 times. Killing this enemy greatly reduces lag, so I highly recommend learning the punch timings here. It's also a lot easier since you're on a tight corridor. No need to do any precise A-taps here. 2 punches on your way up. Do a small jump and kill the enemy with the remaining 2 punches. Now run down in front of the officer and punch him twice. You don't even have to kneel if you're close enough since his bullet will not connect, though kneeling does guarantee no extra hits here. High jump up, followed by another high jump before quickly turning around to punch the turret above. Land here and kneel down to punch the box. Get the letter B here. Dodge the officer's bullet and punch the big wall. These walls takes 4 punches with the red vest, 8 with green. Doesn't really make a difference whether you do a haymaker as your last punch or not, since the explosion takes a while to finish. After the explosion, jump over the bullet and collect the possible coin drop from the wall at the same time. Then jump over the box, landing in front of the officer. You can't get hit by the laser shooting platform on this location. Also to mention, this device starts to move when you're punching the box and destroying the wall, meaning your jump timing between the box and the officer might be different on every run. The faster you're getting the letter, the more consistently you're reaching this spot without taking a hit from the platform above. If you do have your full red vest, taking a single damage boost here ain't a problem. Just try not to lose it entirely since we're going to need it a little bit longer. Now open the box and get the letter A. This will give us the sword bot. Turn around and destroy the wall. Jump to collect the possible coin drop from the wall. Dodge the next bullet and move right in front of the officer. This is really important because the position here manipulates the next enemy to toss a grenade instead of using their machine gun. Just be careful not to get too close and punch twice, or 4 times, depending whether you have the red vest or not. Collect the coin with a jump and run forward. When Steve is aligned with this connecting line here, high jump to get a damage boost from the grenade. You should be landing on the left side of the red vest pad. Kneel down to spend 100 coins to acquire it. This next sequence can get pretty complicated since everything happens in less than a second. Do a small jump and punch the officer on your way up. Kneel and hold down right so your bot goes behind you. Then punch to open the box. Your bot will kill the officer at the same time. Get the letter A as soon as possible and jump to punch this commando twice. If you're not fast enough, the commando will start shooting. You could try jumping over the 3 bullets or the commando himself, but it's going to get tricky avoiding any hits if you miss your window of opportunity. Collect the coin if you end up killing him and continue down. This next box contains a coin bag. If you have 250 coins or more at this point, continue normally. Otherwise, punch the box and get at least 250 coins. We're going to need the cash for a health pad later. Jump and hug the corners to save some extra frames. Then run down in front of the first officer. Jump punch the bullet without losing any frames or simply stop to punch it. Then 2 punches to get rid of the officer. Drop down and kneel to punch the next bullet. Then 2 punches to kill the officer. Get the letter B from this box. The turret below will start firing, and depending on how fast you're moving here, this bullet might actually hit you. If you're unsure, wait a little bit or jump along the right wall in order to dodge it. Now punch the shield enemy twice and jump up to grab the fence. Neutraling your D-pad so your bot moves in front of you. Punch to destroy the turret. Jump up and land on the health pad. Now try to get this refill on the very left side of the pad so you will have enough iframes to go through the next section without taking any hits. Kneel down to get a full refill. Jump up here. Run to the edge and jump again. You should still be on your iframes so you won't take a hit from the ceiling, or the bullet, Though, just to be sure, I always punch the bullet either way, as long as you're not getting hit from the burning ceiling. 2 punches to remove the officer. If you have 0 coins at this point, wait just a frame or 2 after killing the officer and run forward to collect the small coin. Grab the fence from a low position and jump up to the conveyor belt. Continue between the big boy and the officer. Jump punch the big boy and hope he doesn't throw a nade at you. This is just pure RNG and there's really nothing you can do if you end up getting a hit by him. That's alright if you haven't taken any previous hits so far. Otherwise it will be a big problem moving forward. Jump over the last officer bullet and it's time for the Mega Man refights. We're going to face Balzire again, and the fight hasn't really changed from the previous encounter. The only difference is to keep our bot healthy by moving it behind us briefly. Run to the middle of the room, turn around and do a long jump in front of him, punching him once mid-air, then hold down and right to punch him 3 times, followed by 1 haymaker that should push him against the wall. Wait for the rifle swing and run in front of him, then 3 punches until your haymakers comes out. Your bot might be hitting him at the same time, meaning your haymakers might not actually connect. Either way, after your second haymaker, hold down right so your bot goes behind you, then finish the fight with your haymakers, keeping the bot safe from any unnecessary hits. Though your bot most likely gets a hit or 2 during your first haymakers, and that's all good. It should have plenty of health to go through the next section. If you didn't manage to push him against the wall with your haymakers, hit him again with another one, then stand up and follow him. Do this relatively fast so you're still continuing with the haymakers. Punch him 3 times and when he jumps up to grab the top right corner of the wall, simply follow him up with your bot to sword swing twice. He should die. This backup is slightly slower but extremely consistent, so you're not really losing too much time in the process. Wait until the door opens and continue forward. There's 2 different approaches for this next part. If you haven't taken a single hit to your red vest, you could try a pretty neat strat here. Run right in front of this flamethrower and jump, running through the next commando. Then jump here and punch the second commando on your way down. Kneel down and punch again. Then quickly grab your bot by holding down an A. This will keep your bot safe from the bullets above. Though right after grabbing the bot, toss it towards the third commando. He will get hit by him, weakening him so he will only take 1 hit to kill. Jump up and jump again, punching on your way down. Then go near the edge and jump here to punch the box. Collect the letter A to get your power suit. If you happen to fall down, you can still recover this by flying up with your bot to get the missed letter. In case you already got a single hit to your red vest, or you just want to make sure not to mess things up, run here. Turn around to toss your bot right by holding down A and B. Now you can freely hold left without worrying about getting hit by the flamethrower, since you're on a good cycle. The first commando throws a grenade, so move in front of him. Punch him twice. Wait for the 3 bullets to go over. Jump and on your way down, punch the second commando. Then jump punch to kill him. Also going over the third commando's grenade. Move in front of him, punch him twice and jump over to collect the letter A. Getting the suit here allows you to skip most of the fence climbing, which is really slow normally, since you would have to get rid of the fence guys and dodge all sorts of hazards. Start holding right immediately after getting the final letter and damage boost through the drone dispenser. Bring yourself down here and go through the firing commando. Land here and wait a few extra frames so this drone can reach your level. Then jump up to take a damage boost from it. We're intentionally trying to lose some suit seconds here. Once you're on this small, green platform, jump and shoot a fireball almost instantly to destroy this box. This is a letter box usually, but because we have the suit, it will turn into a big coin. Jump to collect it and fire to kill the first fence guy for lag management. Run in the flames and jump onto the second conveyor belt. Grab the fence and jump up to get a damage boost from the turret. Continue running through the fence enemy and land back down to the flames. Now, you should have at least 2 seconds left of your suit. If so, take a few steps more on the flames until you only have 1 second left. Then jump up to grab the fence from the very right side of it. Small jump to re-grab it. Don't worry about the bullets since they should go right through you. Get yourself up here. This is the spot where we want to lose our suit, but we also want to destroy this spike ball so it doesn't mess up our movements as normal Steve. Run and jump right in front of the ball so you're dealing the maximum amount of damage with your suit fireballs. Fire twice. Proper spacing between your shots. After the second shot, get as close as you can so you're essentially destroying the ball while taking a hit from it, this way losing your suit on your way down. Punch the box and get the letter A here. However, if you only have 1 second left when you reach the flames, you need to jump immediately after touching the flames. Grab the fence, small jump forward to re-grab it, reach the top, then quickly run to the edge, jump and fire twice to destroy the ball. You're running out of time at this point, so no need to get the ball damage boost either. Now this is a good place to remind you that every time you lose your suit, your bot will have its HP fully restored. So if your bot was blinking before you got the suit, it's now on full health. Also, environmental hazards like the fire will consume your suit timer by 1, while hitting an enemy causes you to lose 2. Punch the box and grab the letter. Be mindful of the fence enemies behind you as they still might be on the screen, shooting bullets. If so, wait until the bullets goes over and jump to grab the fence here. Do not run near the edge of the platform and try to grab the fence from any other position. If you do so, this drone dispenser will start spawning drones early and you're going to have a hard time dealing with it. So instead, grab the fence here and jump down to the first conveyor belt. Jump up to punch the dispenser once on your way up, and you should be hugging against the wall here, perfectly aligning yourself to punch the dispenser again on your way down. Then continue by jumping to the second conveyor belt and up to the fence. Finally, one more jump near the left edge of the platform, luring this spike ball closer. Hold down and right so your bot goes behind you. Then quickly punch the ball 4 times, 3 normal punches and 1 haymaker. Here we have another refight coming up, Infernon this time. Last time you fought him with the suit, which was obviously a lot easier than just punching him. However, this room has 2 magic pixels which allow Steve to punch Infernon without getting hit by his blade attacks. In order to find these pixels, look at these 4 red lines. The third one is the one you should focus on. Run right on top of it to start the fight. Kneel down and turn left. Hold down and left so your bot is behind you and not getting hit by Infernon. You're looking to position yourself so the tip of Steve's foot is perfectly aligned with the red line here. This is one of the positions where Infernon cannot hit you while he's coming down from the ceiling, nor he won't hit you with his blade attacks either. Immediately after turning around, punch 4 times and your second haymaker should hit him on his way down. If you're confident about your punching speed, try to sneak in another haymaker before he does his flame attack. Jump up to avoid knockback and stay neutral if you're on the right pixel. Then land down and continue with the punches, hoping he goes for the blade attacks now. If you need to tweak your position, do so during the jump since the game is lagging quite a bit, allowing you to align yourself more precisely. Don't even bother aligning before that. Just run to the middle, turn left and start punching, no matter what the position you're in. To further confirm your right position, you should be able to see just a single pixel of Steve's leg behind Infernon's. This is another great visual cue instead of using the red line alone. Ideally he swings his blade 3 times, so you should be able to finish the fight before he jumps again. If he does decide to jump however, move yourself back and dodge the stomping attempt. Then land 2 haymakers before his flame attack. You can try and find another magic pixel at this point, but it's really hopeless. Instead, you could try jumping over him after he lifts his hands up in the air, completely avoiding the flame attack by doing so. You don't really have a lot of frames to work with here, so your jump timing has to be extremely precise. Of course, if you haven't taken a single hit to your red vest at this point, just damage boost through the flames like you did before and continue punching him until he dies. The second magic pixel, which is also a lot more reliable at the beginning, is this. Steve's foot is completely aligned with this dot below, 1 pixel off from the red line. Steve's foot also disappears completely behind Infernon's. Make sure you're moving your bot behind your body each and every time you land, and just punch him until he dies. Just remember how many hits your red vest can still take, if any. Then plan ahead how to approach this fight, whether you want to get extra damage boosts or not. Fighting with the green vest ain't the end of the world, but then keeping your bot safe becomes your #1 priority, as you will need him to stay intact all the way until the last refight of the stage. After the fight, wait until Infernon explodes and move against the door on the right. Then grab your bot and wait a few frames. Toss your bot to the right. Make sure to toss it before the door opens, since it's basically a cutscene, not allowing you to press any buttons during it. As you can imagine from the red palette, you can shift your gravity here. Run forward and jump over the grenade tossing commando. Your bot should return after jumping over the enemy. Now do a small jump here and turn around to get a damage boost. Remember not to hold your A button since you're on the changeable gravity. Then reach the platform here and kneel down on the right side of it, revealing a hidden health pad. Make sure you have at least 300 coins until this section. Use your iframes to jump right next to the flamethrower, go through it, and long jump to shift gravity, dodging the commando's bullets. Run to the edge of this green platform and turn around to get a damage boost from the next commando's bullets. This will shift your gravity automatically. Run through the commando and shift your gravity again. Make sure you're falling from the right side and not the left. Not because you might take a hit, but your bot might. Jump down, up and down. This little movement is to manipulate the next commando to toss a grenade here instead of using his machine gun. Run in front of the grenade and jump up here. This is the spot where you might want to consider tossing your bot to the left for safety, since it's going to take one hell of a beating in this section. If you feel like your bot is healthy and good to go, continue right and quickly left, damage boosting through the flamethrowers. Then right again to land here. Open the box and get the letter B. Be quick enough with this so you can continue up and get another damage boost from the flamethrower or the incoming bullets. If you're slow, you won't get either. Then you either damage boost through the commando or kill him. Continue all the way down, and with this dispenser, if your bot is blinking, simply use your bot to destroy it. Otherwise, jump up to it and hold left before the gravity shift. This will push Steve right just enough so you can start the next fall. Jump near the box and get the final letter A. Once again, if your bot isn't blinking now, you can hold left and quickly turn right to damage boost through the dispenser. Then wait just a little bit and hold left to start falling down. You should acquire your power suit mid-air. Then tap your B button to shoot a fireball, killing this commando before you land. If you don't mind losing a second or your bot has taken too much damage, punch a few times on your way down here to remove the drones and continue punching to destroy the dispenser, then continue normally. Run forward and shift gravity so you're up on the ceiling, small jump to reach this conveyor belt, then long jump to damage boost through the flamethrower. Run near the edge and do a medium jump without shifting gravity, then after reaching the next refight room, jump up to stay on the ceiling. Position yourself here and turn around. When you see Gravitus appearing, shoot once. Long jump to shift gravity and shoot again mid-air. When Gravitus flies to the middle of the screen, jump up and fire midway to force a knockback. I would recommend not to worry about doing any small jumps during this fight and just keep shifting gravity with high jumps. Always firing when you're in the middle of the screen and his knockback animation is over. After the third knockback, Gravitus gets nearly pushed over the edge, leaving him just barely on screen. If he hasn't started any attacks yet, he will continue moving right from this position. Run all the way to the top left corner of the screen and time your jump down, doing another fireball mid-air to continue with the juggle. This time other way around. He should die in the middle of the screen if you manage to connect all your fireballs. Ideally you would want to continue without losing a single second from your suit, though if he decides to act like a jerk and give you some bad RNG, feel free to damage him by doing body contacts, literally hugging him until he dies. Other than that, it's the same kind of adapting than in the stage fight. Though one more detail about this fight. Since the gravity here is changeable and you feel like you can't stop Gravitus from shifting gravity, instead of trying to destroy the gravity ball, do a long jump after Gravitus releases the ball. This way completely skipping the gravity change and you can continue the fight like nothing happened. Your jump needs to be a high jump where you're shifting gravity yourself though, otherwise this doesn't work. Also, if Gravitus decides to do the gravity shift underground, quickly shift gravity yourself so the green gravity gets enabled instead of the blue, allowing you to stay on the ground instead of up on the ceiling. If you end up getting the perfect RNG and execution all the way to this point, you should end the fight while having 7 seconds left on your suit. Hug the right door and run past the spiky ball. Then use your super jump to destroy the drone dispenser here. Long jump here, shoot a fireball on your way down to damage the next ball. Jump shoot again to destroy it. Jump up and shoot before grabbing the fence, destroying one of the drones. Now, don't bother shooting the dispenser and jump up against it to damage boost through it. You should lose your suit now, and the contact damage from your fully powered bot should finish the job for you. If the RNG wasn't favorable in the Gravitus fight, and you did end up losing your suit, run against the door and toss your bot right before the door animation begins. Then jump immediately to get rid of your super jump. Run past the ball and do 2 small jumps, starting from here, punching on your way up. Your bot will take care of the drone dispenser above. Quickly jump up to the conveyor belt and long jump through the spiky ball. Destroy the first drone with your bot, just like you did with your suit. Grab the fence and jump up onto the long conveyor belt, swinging your sword once to damage the dispenser, then do small jumps all the way to the box. Your bot will destroy the dispenser with the contact damage. Punch this box mid-air. The hitbox of your punches can be really weird on this section, especially when moving down, so try to connect your punches on your way up. Get the letter A here and start your final climb. Jumping from the small conveyor belt can be annoying as well, since it's moving right. You can make this jump a lot easier by bonking your head up against the platform once and then trying to jump right. Reach the red vest pad and acquire the power up if you want. It's a good backup in case you lose your suit at the final boss. You can continue without it as well if you feel like you can kill the last boss without your suit alone. Continue by grabbing the fence from the right side, then 3 long jumps straight up, punching after your 3rd jump. Medium jump to reach the small platform, and quickly turn around to destroy the turret for some extra lag management. Make your way up here to get the letter B, grabbing it as fast as possible. Then 3 more jumps to reach the final letter box of the run. Grab A here and instantly high jump up. Another high jump while adjusting your position to the right side of the fence. You now have a small window of opportunity to get some extra height before acquiring your suit. Try to get a jump out before you stop yourself mid-air to get your suit. This will allow you to reach the next platform without further adjustments. Jump up near the small platform and shoot the dispenser. Make sure you're close enough to deal enough damage. You can hit the dispenser immediately after jumping, but the damage fall off doesn't allow you to destroy it until you're closer. Jump again and do a little wiggle shot to destroy the turret. Once again for lag management, but this one is completely optional. Not really saving that many frames by killing it. Continue all the way up here to grab the fence from the bottom right corner. You can either force your way through these spawning drones and drop your suit timer by another 2 seconds, or just wait a little bit until the drones comes further down, then jump fire to destroy the top one, allowing you to go through and saving that valuable suit time. Finish the stage by jumping up onto the teleporter. Now it's time for the final boss of the game, General Grover. You can't do anything about the starting cutscene, so just wait patiently until Grover gets his power suit and does a little flex. Then hold right and get rid of your super jump immediately. He can either dash towards you or use his ranged attack. Ideally, you would want to see him using the ranged attack, since it fully exposes him for extra damage. Do 1 small jump when approaching him, constantly shooting fireballs mid-air, then a long jump over him. Remember to fire 1 extra fireball after your jump. This is where the juggling starts. Keep yourself as close as possible to deliver the maximum amount of damage with your suit fireballs, and do small jumps, constantly firing mid-air. Gonna give you one last reminder not to mash your B button here. Just tap it and push Grover all the way against the left side wall. If he does the ranged attack again, try to align yourself so close to him that he actually ends up shooting right past you, not even damaging your suit. Just be careful not to get any contact damage here. If your rhythm was spot on and you kept your distance close, he should die before he does anything else. When Grover starts with a dash, or dashes in general, just move right next to him and continue with your small jumps and shots. Don't end up doing this where you will start shooting your fireballs too early, and only the very end of the fireball actually connects Grover, dealing only 1 damage instead of 4. Losing your suit early is very common here, and if that happens, simply get right in front of him, kneel down and start doing haymakers to finish the job. Exactly why you should definitely consider getting the red vest if you're just starting to learn the game. And that's it! You have completed the game and this tutorial. Congratulations. I hope you find this tutorial useful. If you have any comments, concerns, or maybe some random suggestions, please leave a comment down below or contact me on Discord. Huge thanks to Noobler Gaming for refining the new route and all the retro/Shatterhand runners out there. You guys are the best.